Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Essence of Shay. I hate to do this because I put up a video, I want to say 2 weeks ago, about domestic abuse, depression, and cutting my locks. What else? And it was really raw. And if you hear the background, that's my fan, so sorry. It was really raw and not really cut up that much. I didn't edit it that much, but I don't know what happened, but only like a minute or two was uploaded, and I hadn't realized until you guys like left me comments, and I want to apologize for that. So I decided to re-record it. Still true raw emotions, just in a different setting. When I first recorded it, I was in Oklahoma visiting my family. I'm now back in Brooklyn. So I just wanted to touch on a few things because my last video, you guys were really supportive. Like, I actually broke down on camera, and I didn't think that that would happen. So I want to apologize for that. I was really, and still am really emotional and devastated about a few things. But I have been seeing someone and talking about it. So I just want to clear something up. My last video, I said I am nothing without my locks. The reason why I said that, when I was about 7, my mom remarried and she moved. We were here in New York and we moved to the Virgin Islands. And my stepfather, he was cool in New York. When we moved to the Virgin Islands, long story short, he just was very abusive to me. And I used to go to school like really depressed and sad. And just not happy. So people would notice. So what I would do was like make up stories. Oh, my dad is a famous singer, or he's an actor, and I go and see him during the summer and blah blah blah, just so people could like me, because people didn't like me. So I would make up little stories and whatnot to get people's attention. And after my stepfather did what he did, this was my first stepfather, he did what he did, I became really distant from my family, and I just lashed out and I did things that I shouldn't do, all to embarrass them. And I was just lashing out. But I was just in I went to see someone, and she diagnosed me with depression. This was like 10 years old. Imagine a 10-year-old depressed. But at the little years that I had already, I went through a lot from my stepfather. And I just didn't understand why that was happening to me. Like, why would he do this to me? You know what I mean? Why would my mom put me in this situation for this abuser to abuse me and not abuse my brothers, which was actually his kids? You know, so it was just a lot. And I remember growing up, I just always wanted to please people so no one would turn their back on me. So whatever that meant, I would do anything, just about anything, to please others and want to get into their circle, because I didn't want to be left out on my own. But I would go, after laughing and everything, being the class clown at school, I would go home and write in my journal. I have over like 50, 100 journals now that I would just write in, and I just sit in my room and just cry. Like, I wouldn't want to get out of bed. I'll put on a face and I'll just go to school. And you know, it was just a lot. And I just wanted to like let you guys understand that nobody to me really recognized Shay and really to me, I could be wrong, but nobody really understood who I was, and even if I showed it, accepted who I was. I feel like people wanted me to be something else, and I was, whether it be boyfriends, friends, family, it didn't matter. So in college, I just was so used to just doing what people wanted, and just like my happiness really didn't matter. So my second boyfriend, he told me about my locks, which I told you guys, and I should start locks. And when I started my locks and they actually started forming and getting longer, the attention that I was getting was like, oh my gosh, you're gorgeous, I love your hair. And I was like, I'm getting all this hoopla for my locks? You damn right I'm gonna keep these suckers, because nobody noticed me before, so why the heck would I want to cut them now? So my locks was like my best friends, because it was with me in my room when I would break down crying, not understanding why I couldn't have a solid friend or have a solid relationship, or why I was going through all these issues with my family, and why I just wasn't happy with me. My locks gave me more confidence in myself, and I feel because of my locks, I was able to have the confidence to come in front of people and speak about these things and mold myself into the person that I am now. My locks like made me, like made who I was inside shine more, if that makes any sense. So that's why I said that I felt like I really was nothing without before my locks. So when that time comes where I decide to cut my locks, if I decide to cut my locks, it will really be like a hard thing for me. I mean, my birthday just passed and I'm still learning self-worth and self-happiness. I still am learning not to give everybody my all and not expect to get that back. You know what I mean? I just started talking with someone, and before I was really hesitant because I spoke to someone when I was a little kid, and she basically didn't even ask me like what happened or anything. She basically was like, what did you do to cause this? Like, she was big, like, I'm like an 8-year-old, like, you're basically blaming me for me being abused, but then told me that I was depressed, which I already knew I was depressed because all the signs of depression, I was going through that. But the fact that you would blame me for what my stepfather was did to me was just crazy. So I didn't trust them ever again. So I'm like, I'm not wasting my money for some quack to tell me some nonsense. But I got a little more mature and realized that they really do help. Like, this is an outsider who doesn't know you, who can really not be biased and can tell you what it is, good or bad, in between, tell you about yourself, tell you about others, and help you cope and help you figure things out. And that's who I'm dealing with now, and she's really helpful. And I'm starting to learn of my beauty and be happy looking in the mirror with me, and be happy being by myself, because for a long time I could not be happy by myself, and I feel like that came from when I was younger. Like, my dad left, my stepfather was abusive. I felt like I didn't want to be left alone, because you never know what other bad thing might happen. So I always wanted to be surrounded by people, and because I didn't have that proper father figure, I would leave people in my life who were toxic, who did not need to be in my life, but I kept them there because I felt like if this person would only realize how good of a catch I am or how good of a friend I am, they'll change, or I try to change them, or I would mold to what they wanted so they could be a better person towards me. Which is crazy when you say it out loud, but when you're that person in it, it's hard to get out of it. People always ask me, when am I gonna cut my locks? If I ever am gonna cut my locks. Family, friends, you guys. And the fact of the matter is that I just don't know. I feel like once I become more secure with me, and once I become more happier with Shay, and am able to be alone, and able to know that I'm worth it, and not really depend on others as much, then I feel like then I'm able to set my locks free. Then I'll be able to cut my locks without any issues. Starting my YouTube channel was always bittersweet, because when I was in my past relationship was really abusive. Like, he would throw wine on the top of my head, he would drag me by my hair, all kind of choke me, all kind of things. And I lost a lot of friends because of that relationship, because I couldn't, if I went out with them, he would call my phone crazy and accuse me of doing stuff that I wasn't doing. He would just go ballistic. I would talk to my friends about it, and it got to a point where they were like, yo, I don't understand why you continue to focus with this, and I'm just gonna slowly, they just distance themselves from me because of that toxic relationship that I was in. But like I said before, I know how to give advice, but I can't take it. So I would stay in this relationship because I felt like this person, when he was good, he was good. So that's the part that I focused on. And when he was bad, I was sad, but I wouldn't hold him accountable for it. So when I would go to work, I would be this happy person, and then I would come home and I would just be completely sad and alone. So I started looking at YouTube videos about just makeup, learning how to do makeup, and if there were any lock channels out there and stuff like that. And I was like, hey, I could do this. Like, I could talk to people. And at first I started doing videos about food because I really didn't want nobody to see my face. And then I did a little bit of singing on there, but I wasn't consistent. I originally started YouTube just because I was just going through a lot and really depressed, and I just wanted some sort of outlet, some sort of hobby that I could do inside the house, and I really didn't have to go outside, because anytime I went outside it was some kind of drama in my relationship. So I just didn't want to do it. I just didn't want to go outside, so I did it inside. And I wasn't really consistent with it, because to me, I just didn't want to be fake. So recently, with the losing of my job and having the ability to be more free and just relearning who I am and being a little bit more happy with me, I'm able to now be more consistent and give out videos that I'm really passionate about and I really want to do. Like, I love my locks, but I'm into makeup, I'm into fashion, I'm into self-care and food and all that stuff. I'm a Gemini, and I'm just creative to the bone, and I'm not just in one level. So I feel like now I'm able to understand who I am and explore it. And for a while, a lot of people in the beginning, a lot of people like second guess me, like, why would you do YouTube? Like, that's stupid, you're not going to be successful with it. And I let them get in my head. You know, I let them tell me what I'm supposed to do with my life instead of me making the decision for myself. So I am now happy that I've stuck with YouTube, because I got to meet and talk to you guys. You guys have been so supportive in my last video and uplifted me and gave me more confidence in myself. And I just want to thank you guys so much, because through all the abuse in my life, the naysayers, me doubting myself, me not seeing the beautiful person in the mirror that you guys see, and me just not being whole, coming here and just telling you guys, feeling safe enough to tell you guys like what's going on, and having the positive feedback and stuff that you give. You guys don't know, like, people just text and say, oh, hi, how you doing? And they think, oh, she's fine, and keep it moving. But it really does a number for people in my type of situation. God is good, and things happen in the crazy ways. And I just want to thank you guys for continuing to follow me on my journey with my kidney and changing my life and being happier, healthier, just being more me. And you only have one life to live, and you should live it doing what you want to do and being happy. If you didn't get anything from what I'm saying, it's just being happy. Life is something else, man, because had you told me 5 years ago that I would be standing in front of you right now telling you what I've been through, I would have laughed in your face like, I'm not telling nobody my business, like, you crazy? But I feel comfortable enough to share it because I feel like I can help someone else. I'm gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. Whoever you know that is going through anything is going to be okay. You just need that support system. It's hard enough when you're by yourself and you feel like you have to do this by yourself. Like, you can do it, but it's a little bit harder. When you have that support system, it's so much easier. And I just want to thank you guys so much. This video is way long, but I really don't want to edit it because I want y'all to just listen to what I'm saying. You know, life is short. You only got one. There's a lot of crazy crap that happens in life, but we have to find some sort of way to get through the muck and prevail and survive. And I'm taking my steps to get there. I feel like I was so in a mindset of listening to others, and if I told a person that I had an idea to start this or do that, and they were like, no, I don't think you could do it, or if you say so, or there's plenty of people out there doing it, why would you? And that would just stop me. Instead of me following through and doing it, God knows where I would be right now. And now is the time for me to start pleasing me and being happy with me. And whoever are in my circle cannot understand that, then they just need to be cut. And that goes for you. You have to do what's best for you. Like, you always want to do what's best for everybody else as well, make everybody happy as well. But if you're not internally happy, there is no way that you'll be happy for anybody else and do things in a positive, good-minded spirit for anybody else as well. So once again, I just want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch my videos and subscribing and liking and sharing and everything that you guys are doing. I love y'all so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Bye.